I'm meteorologist Carley Gomez with your Northern California weather update on the last two storm systems pushing over the region. Now, we've been looking at a lot of the heavy storms pushing through, especially as we've moved from Sunday through Wednesday morning. Take a look at all of these downpours that have pushed across, most of them really centered north of Stockton all the way up toward Redding. We've seen downpours, flash flooding in San Francisco, and all that heavy rain pushing into the foothills. Take a look at this video here. This one coming in from the Placerville area, and you can see just the downpours being sent to us here. You can see that. Thank you so much for sending this one in, Rick, as a lot of those heavy rains push through the valley spots, Sacramento as well. We have been seeing washed out roadways as well as a lot of potholes starting to grow. And we know that the Sacramento County area has been saying, hey, we're trying to take care of this for you. Please report any sinkholes as well. We know Southland Park has seen some of their sinkholes themselves. Just toward that area, things are starting to get cleared up in terms of water, but we have been seeing a lot of people reporting hitting potholes and some damage to cars. If you do have damage, you are asked to report that to Sacramento County. All right, now taking a look at our numbers, when we're looking at how much rain has fallen just in the last 72 hours, about 4.5 inches. Forest Hill, Woodland, pushing there almost 3 inches. Roseville almost 3 inches. 1.63 in Vacaville. Yuba City getting close to 2 inches, and downtown Sacramento 2.25 inch. Folsom pushing 2 inches. And then the further south you get, from Elk Grove, Modesto to Stockton, we're seeing some of these numbers dropping off from about 1/2 inch to just over 1 inch of rain. So you really see the fine line and that division in exactly where those storms were headed, where they pushed through diagonally from San Francisco to Sacramento, then north into the foothills spots up toward Redding. All right, let's talk here about what we're seeing 4-day snow total wise. The Central Sierra Snow Lab showing 30 inches, Sugar Bowl at 30, as well as Palisades, Tahoe, North Star 28 Sierra at Tahoe, and then Kirkwood 40 inches, Carson Pass 33, 42 Bear Valley, Dodge Ridge 29, 37 inches there for Mammoth. So we definitely got the numbers we were hoping to get. As we continue to see that, we're now looking at a lot of that heavy rain and looking at the comparison from the Central Sierra Snow Lab to where we should be this time of year. So far, we've gotten about 211.5 inches of snowfall. To date, the average is close to 230. So we're about 1.5 feet behind where we should be, but wow, the improvement. As you take a look at just kicking off from December to January, kicking that off January 1st till now, we've really started getting very close to that average line and where we should be this time of year. We kicked off around 28% of average. Now we're sitting at 92% of average. So the improvement is really astronomical as we take a look at these numbers and all the storms we've gotten in just the last 6 weeks. Now, with the water impacts here, the Department of Water Resources, we've been seeing a lot of water in the reservoirs, and the videos, those have been showing that water pushing through. As we look at this here overhead, all the reservoirs, the dams, the Department of Water Resources showing how much rainwater is being filled up into these reservoirs, these dams that have been helping us out quite a bit. We're seeing the Department of Water Resources allocating now 15% of the requested supply. That's up 5% more from December's allocation. 200,000 acre-feet more of water is going to be distributed to 29 water agencies. So getting rid of some of that water to make room for more water that'll be entering our reservoirs soon. Since we have all that snow, it'll be melting off really quickly as we move into the spring and then finally into the summer months. Now, looking at our reservoir updates, Shasta 124% of historic average, 134 in Orville and 127 Folsom. We're way above where we should be historically, but for capacity, we're looking good too. 82, 87%, that's good. That means we have good water regulators saying we're holding as much water as we can to save it, but at the same time, we're releasing just enough to make room for the next storm systems coming. So it is a constant regulation as to how much rain we can rainwater we are getting to how much water we're letting go of. Folsom at 127, but 62% of capacity. But we have to remember the Folsom area here. It's a reservoir, it's for recreation as well, but it's mostly for flood management. We have a lot of homes around this area, and that is to make sure they're protected and safe from any potential flooding. Looking a little further south, New Melones, Don Pedro, and San Luis looking decent as well, as we're seeing those about 84% to 139% of average. Now, what's next? This quick moving afternoon shower is expected to move through for your Wednesday, and then it's gone. We're only going to see trace amounts of rain to maybe about 1/10 of an inch. Thursday morning, developing some areas of morning fog in the valley, and then that should lift by the afternoon hours. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies for much of your Thursday. This weekend, we're finally seeing a weekend of sunshine after we've seen several weekends of stormy weather. As we take a look out there, we are seeing that passing storm system, another low pressure offshore that will move up into the Pacific Northwest as the high pressure system begins to build over the Pacific and just offshore from California. The passing showers coming through into the afternoon with still a little bit of snow showers remaining. This is going to bring us maybe 1 to 3 inches more of snowfall, so not that big a deal. But current temperatures, they are warm. We're in the upper 50s and low 60s out there in the valley. But check out the Sierra, 34, 35 degrees. Quite the contrast from these freezing and well below freezing temperatures that we've been seeing for the last few days. That's a little unsafe out there for them because anywhere above freezing point now is creating wet snow. What we're seeing is that the avalanche potential for danger here is going to be considerable. We're looking at concerns here for warming temperatures and wet snow. We're seeing weak layers of snow and under that snow cover, and that's obviously dangerous for people who are maybe in the backcountry or just unaware of any areas that have some sliding snow. Could be natural or human triggered. We're seeing some winds in the area. Not huge, not strong wind gusts, but anything from about 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts expected through the afternoon hours, especially as that next line of showers is expected to move through. That's around 3:30 to 4 p.m. As that moves through, we're going to continue to see most of that clearing happening. And then 4:30 a.m., some fog development in the valley, passing cloud coverage into Friday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies into the weekend before potential for the next storm system to arrive on Monday morning. As we take a look into our forecasted highs, we will see about those mid 50s to low 60s from the foothills. Then the Bay Area looking at low 60s and upper 50s. The valley spots also seeing those low 60s out there. The rain, though, just brief. Only going to last maybe another hour and a half to 2 hours or so into the afternoon. And we'll see some more sunshine moving into the rest of your work week and weekend out there as we do anticipate those low 60s continuing for another day, Wednesday and Thursday. Finally jumping up here, we're actually going to get quite warm into Saturday. Mid to upper 60s may be possible out there with temperatures overnight warm as well in the low 50s. Moving toward next week, we do have our chance for rain on Monday with more sunshine and temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s next week.